it's me again. Sadly, this is our last AMRAP cardio of the summer, which is sad and exciting and scary all at the same time. But today I'm going to be doing an AMRAP cardio workout with you. So for those of you who are just tuning in, AMRAP means as many reps as possible in a cardio-like fashion. So I will be rolling through 3 segments, 2 of which will be 5-minute chunks of just basic cardio moves, and our middle portion will be all ab movements in a Tabata-like interval. So I've got 5 minutes on the clock. A reminder to stretch before this, whether that's dynamic or a static stretch. I've already warmed up. I went on a run this morning. But start with me on your mat. I have 5 minutes on the clock. In 5 seconds, we're going to be starting with a left punch. So in 3, 2, 1. Your left hand is extending and you're bouncing with it. We've got 10, just 5, 3, 2, 1. Next movement we have is 10 right punches. So we've got 10, 8, 5, 3, 2, 1. Our third movement is 10 grapevines. So I've tried to kind of shuffle across the screen, but a grapevine is 1 foot in front, hand to the opposite side, switch. If you can't do this, if this is a little of rubbing your stomach and patting your head, then just shuffle back and forth. But I'm at 5. Just kind of let your arms go. We've got 10 of these. 2 more. Last one. And then we've just got 10 squats back on our mat. Toes and knees track out, chest is up. We lower to a 90 degree. Break that hip crease, squeeze those glutes at the top. 10 here. AMRAP means as many reps as possible. So after these 10 squats, we are back at the top with those left punches. 5 more. Keep your breath here. Last 2 and 1. After our first round, we are 1.5 minutes in. Let's keep that heart rate up. With these punches, keep that back elbow up a little bit. Punch like you're angry at someone. After those 10 on the left, we go to 10 on the right. Keeping that back elbow up. Back to those 10 grapevines. Good job. Halfway here in this movement. Couple more. Last one. And we are back on our mats for those 10 squats. Here we go. Knees track out, toes track out. Squeezing those glutes at the top every single time. We're halfway done with this movement. And then we are back at the top with our left and right punches. Our second round is done and we are over halfway. Last 2. Back to those punches. Back elbow up. Right side. Back elbow up. Time for those punches. We're back to those grapevines. If you have compromised space, you can always do maybe a set of 20 mountain climbers. If you have ample amount of space, maybe you do 5 sprints. Halfway done with this movement. Couple more. Doing great. And we are back on our mat, 10 squats here. Let your heart rate come down a bit. Focus on getting back to the top with those 10 left, 10 right. Good job, everyone. Halfway done with this movement. After a third round, we've got 45 seconds left. How many reps can you get in this last round? Here we go. Left punches, back elbows up. Switch sides, right punches, back elbows up. 10 each. On the clock, we've got less than 20. Here we go, grapevines. Finish it out here. Less than 10. And time. Good job, that's our first segment. A reminder, that's only 5 minutes. If you would like to extend your workout, you can repeat that 2 times or 3 times, whatever works for you. Okay, everyone, so our first segment is officially done and we are now into our ab portion. Like always, it's a Tabata-like format, 3 movements, 3 rounds, 30 seconds each. So I'm gonna flip my watch from a 5-minute timer to a 30-second timer. We're gonna have about 10 seconds-ish of rest in between exercises and definitely in between each round. So I'm gonna go through these movements with you like always, but we are starting with a straight arm plank shoulder tap right now. Here we go. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder, really trying not to move those hips as much as possible. Modifications for this is to just come down to your knees. The further apart your feet are, the easier it is. The closer they are together, the more difficult it is. Keeping those hips as low as possible. And time. See, our first is already done. 10-second rest here, and we're gonna be moving into, I think that says, a leg hover. Oh yes, okay, sorry, I have my notes behind me. A leg hover, so this can be however you want it, but mine will be about 6 inches off the ground. This is really tough on your lower abs. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And like always, I put my hands under my glutes. You can do this too. It's a little added boost in support. Try to keep that lower back tacked to the floor. You got this. Almost halfway here, only 30 seconds. Sometimes maybe you can add a little flutter kick. Scissor. Almost done, hang on. Remember your breath, time. Good job. And our last exercise of these Tabata ab things is a spider plank. So another straight arm plank. We're back to that straight arm plank. I'm sorry. We're gonna have like 3 minutes of planks by the end of this. Starting in 5, meet me in a straight arm plank. 3, 2, 1. So it's a straight arm plank. Hips are still low. We're gonna tap elbow. Same knee, same elbow on that same side. You just got 30 seconds here. Slow and steady wins the race. Take your time. This really gets those obliques. We're almost halfway here. After this, our first round is done. I can feel my hips cracking and time. All right, so that's our first round. We've got 2 more of those. That's not that bad. About 2 minutes each round. This should last you about 6 minutes. A reminder that if you come around to this your second or third time through, that you can minimize these exercises to 20 seconds, 25, 15, 30 seconds can be a lot. So meet me back in that straight arm plank for our shoulder taps in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Straight arm plank, shoulder taps, opposite hand, opposite shoulder. Keeping those hips as steady as possible. Reminder that a modification is coming to your knees. An added challenge, bring those feet closer together. Almost done here. Remember your breath. And time. Come down to those knees. We've got that leg hover. Reminder to keep your hands under your butt for that little added boost in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, folks. 6-inch hover. Try for that. I don't know if it's harder up here. I'm not really quite sure, but do what you gotta do. Just 30 seconds here. Almost done. And time. Good job. We've got one exercise left to our second round, and I always see this is the hardest one because we're almost halfway, but we're not done, but we're just in the middle. So meet me in that high plank once again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High plank here. Reminder, same knee, same elbow. We're keeping it on that same side here. Like I said before, slow and steady wins the race. Remember that breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Good job. We're shredding your abs practically. Keep it up. Almost there. Time. Good job, folks. We're 2 rounds done. We've only got 1 left. What can you say? Towel off here, get a sip of water. Meet me back in that high plank for those shoulder taps in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Shoulder taps. Remember all your modifications. We've got 1 round left though. I advise you to push yourself here. Keeping those hips as steady as possible, especially when you're tired. Good job. Over halfway. And time. 2 exercises left, folks. Meet me on your backs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We've got that hover. 30 seconds. This is our last time we're hovering. This can suck, but this time, how about you focus on your lower back, sticking into the ground. Really engage that core. Pull it towards the back of your back, I guess. Looking great. Good job, everyone. Keep that breath. I know it's hard. Second to last exercise here, and time. It's already over. We're back to that high plank. We've got 1 last exercise. Let's crank it out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. High plank, spider plank. Same side here. Knee crunches, pretty much. You got this. 30 seconds. Last exercise in your abs Tabata. And then we're into the final segment of your workout. Keep it up. Push yourself. I know it burns. It really burns. And woo! Sometimes I have to push back into a child pose because that's a lot of burning going on in your abs. Well, I'll see you on the third segment. Well, we made it. Finally, we're to our third and final segment of this workout. Same as the first one, I've got 4 movements for you, and I've got 5 minutes on my timer. I'm gonna walk you through them that first round, and then you're gonna repeat at your own pace for the length of this 5 minutes. So, starting on your mats in 5, we've got cherry pickers in 3, 2, and 1. So a cherry picker is a hop with an opposite knee and opposite arm, really getting up. That's 2, we've got 10, we've got 5 each side. Halfway done with this movement already. After these 10, we're into 10 butt kicks. That's 10 each cheek, if that makes any sense. So move to the back of your mat, pump those arms. It's kind of like counting to 20. halfway done with this movement. Make sure your heel is really coming in contact with your butt. After these 10, 20, we're into 10 lateral lunges. So that's 5 each side. Squatting to the side. Chest is up. You got this. Let this slow your heart rate down. After this, we've got 5 inchworms. One of my favorite moves. Over halfway. 2 more. And meet me at the back of your mat. A 5 inchworm. So start with standing tall. Walk those hands out to a high plank position. Wait here for a second. Walk those hands back. Stand all the way up. That's 1. We've got 5 of these. A modification is to maybe, I don't know, come to your knees. An added challenge is to add that push-up. Here we go. I've got 3 done. Get to that 5 mark, and you're back to the top with those 10 cherry pickers. All right, and that's it. After our first round, you're nearly 2 minutes in. Keep pushing yourself. 10 cherry pickers, opposite knee, opposite extended arm. A few more here. After this, we've got more like 20 butt kicks. Move those arms. Keep that heart rate up. Halfway here. And then we're into those lateral lunges. Side to side. Ten, 5 each side. Over halfway. And we're back to the back of our mats with those 5 inchworms. Remember that breath. Only got 5 minutes here. Push yourself. Standing all the way up. Coming all the way to that straight arm plank. A couple more here. Last one for me. That's our second round done, and we've got a minute and a half left. Back to these cherry pickers. 5 each knee, opposite hand. Over halfway, we're into those butt kicks. Pumping those arms, keeping that heart rate up. After these butt kicks, we're back to those lateral lunges. 5 each way. Halfway here. Now we're into those inchworms. Steady breathing, a couple more. Got 30 seconds left. How many can you crank out? Almost done. Push through. Ten seconds here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good job, guys. That's 5 minutes. To finish out your workout, maybe you add a 20-minute walk or run, or you can go through this a second or a third time. You guys killed it. Thanks for watching this summer. See you later.